Hey, mikolajmariadawidowski here with a very interesting video because I never thought I would be making a video like this. Do you need a guru, my friend? Short answer is no, and yes, and no, and yes. It depends who you are, it depends what path you're walking, it depends what it is that you want from life, it depends how stubborn you are. It depends on many different things, and there is no one straightforward answer. I've seen some quotations saying that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. But I also saw quotes saying that when the student is really ready, the teacher disappears. And so there is like a back and forth idea going constantly. And as a person who has been working with people for quite some time now, quite a few years, and I've worked with many different people from out many different countries, is even though I'm teaching or guiding people or sharing my experiences with them, even though I am the one presumably doing the teaching, I always learn from my students, which is something very fascinating. It's beautiful. It's teach, learn, teach dynamic that develops, because if you wish to teach something to somebody, you yourself have to learn as well. And it's because we're working within dualistic perspective, and so the moment I'm teaching and you're being a student, I also must be a student and you're my teacher in a way. But that's getting too much into detail, I think, for this video. Generally, a guru is useful if you have a certain direction, if you have a certain aim, but you're not quite sure how you want to get there. Usually I would say guru is not for someone who wants to do everything on their own and figure things out themselves. Personally, I was that type of person. I wanted to figure it all out by myself. I went to many monasteries, I've met many holy men, wise men, people who performed things that I thought were absolutely crazy, insane, and impossible on many levels. And I saw them doing it, and then I heard them explain how they did it, and then I went and I tried, and sometimes I succeeded at recreating what it is that they were doing, sometimes I failed. But in the end, I always tried to make it mine somehow. I tried to work with it in such a way that fitted me, my character, and who I am, so that it wasn't just A and B, but it was part of me. So I had it available for my use at any given moment, as long as I'm being myself. So I don't have to jump into pretending to be someone else or forcing myself to do a practice that I don't like. And so guru is good if you want a torch, let's just say, that will light a certain direction for you. Because everywhere where guru or a teacher is going to point their finger, it's something I tell all of my students, there's going to be good and bad. And the guru is not there to tell you about the good, about the bad. It's none of our business. Our business is to point a finger, and your business is to look at where the finger is pointing and not focus on the finger, and decide for yourself whether you wish to focus upon the dark side of that or the light side of that. Because ultimately everything is one, and therefore everything has the positive and negative. And you experience the one that you yourself are choosing to focus upon. You collapse reality with your focus, my friend. And the negative and positive experience is a direct result of where you have chosen to focus upon. And so, do you need a guru? Yes and no, and no and yes. It depends what you want. Guru can be a fun person with whom you can test different ideas. A teacher can be a person who can give you certain knowledge and share their experience of the path that they walked. But they're not there to teach you per se. It is, in my estimation and understanding, absolutely impossible to teach someone something. I work with many different people, hundreds at this point. I might be approaching close to about 1,000 people at this point. And I see that it is impossible to teach a person. What you can do is inspire the person to desire to learn the thing themselves. And so you sort of give the person different ways. Like, so say for example, akashic records. The way teach the person Akashic Records is, of course, there is a certain technique, and I show them the basic technique that they can use in order to access the Akashic Records. But anything beyond that is me trying to activate their imagination, activate their motivation to go and explore what Akashic Records are on their own as much as possible, and try and test and see. And I'll be standing there laughing, and once they realize something, I go and point my finger and say, but look, there is something completely different here, and there is a completely different way of interacting with it. And they'd be like, and once their eyes light up, I know I did the right job, because I inspired them to look outside of what they just thought about, to then put in their own initiative, work, in order to explore and expand their abilities. And sometimes I have students, they can vouch for this. I tell them, okay, we've explored all of this, I think you need to take a break. You need to take a break and just do something completely different, because you're hitting a ceiling. Unless you take a break from this, you're not going to come up with anything new, because it's just like training a muscle. If you overwork the muscle, you're not going to develop it, my friend. And so, do you need a guru? Yes, no, no, yes, 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 no, 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 yes, no, maybe. It is your choice, my friend. Gurus, teachers, they're there to inspire and to point the finger in a direction that you're interested in, and share the knowledge that they have of the traps, potential blockages, potential things that you may need to know in order to get from point A to point B. It makes the process easier in some way, but is it required? Absolutely no. But I think it's fun. And that's why I'm here. So, I bless you, my friend, and I wish you an absolutely wonderful day. Do you need a guru? Let me know down below in the comments, and make sure to leave a like. It helps me to get more views and get a wider reach. Subscribe, because there are many more videos coming this way. So, enjoy, my friend.